Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Oh, I'm so not used to seeing that splash screen. Alright, we got a streak. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to be Isaac. I'm glad to be playing, you know, without the concerns of real Platinum God, where if we miss a secret room, I don't have to stress out and be like, oh, what if that contained everything my hopes and dreams could ever ask for? Anyway, let's just play some Binding of Isaac then. Number 1, I consider to be an acceptable item. Your mileage may vary. Your range will not. Your range will just be low. That's just guaranteed. I don't think it's that bad, though. Thought maybe we'd have a decent chance of finding a secret room there. Honestly, I think we did have a decent... Oh, no, we had 0% chance. Disregard that. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys already know this by now, unless it's the first episode you're watching. Statistically speaking, for one of you, it probably is. Hello, hi. I play a bunch of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You know, it's easy. You don't even need to, you know the mechanics of the game. I just shoot things and don't get hit as much as possible. And then, of course, have an encyclopedic knowledge of what, every single item does and how every single item interacts with every single other item. But apart from that, it's easy. What I was going to say is that it's dangerous to be on... Man, that's unfortunate. That's pretty good, though. It's dangerous to be on a labyrinth floor, on the first floor, without a spirit heart. So I was really hoping that golden chest would pay out with something. And prior to that, I was hoping that tinted rock would pay out with something that was not a golden chest. Oh well, though. Shit happens sometimes. These are the kind of rooms that become more difficult with the decreased range due to number 1. But if you keep your wits about you, all you can really do is... that was kind of close. All you can really do is do things one at a time, the same way, you put your pants on in the morning. I got a great dad joke for you, by the way. I've been using this one for years. It's more of it's a husband joke right now. I use it on my wife all the time. She hates it, which is the mark of a good dad joke, if you ask me. But anyway, she'll be like, hey, Ryan, your pants have a hole in them. And I go, yeah, they got 2 of them. I put my legs through them. And then, she laughs, and then she says, I'm leaving you. And then, here I am playing the Binding of Isaac Rebirth for like the 300th time. RoboBaby 2.0 is a weird item for us now. It is, it's not bad. It's not quite at the level of like Ludovico technique or Blue Baby's Only Friend. But it is actually the kind of thing that we can use effectively to really help us out on some rooms, and in particular, some particularly annoying rooms. But it's a little bit more cumbersome to use than those items. That being said, I'm happy to have it, but more than being happy to have it, I'm just happy to not re-roll it. So I did want to pick up this. We'll talk about maybe getting some other consumables or maybe even an item in there if things go my way. Yeah, I was more just happy to not re-roll it so that we had a good chance to re-roll our deal with the devil. And honestly, this run's going pretty much according to plan right now. Textbook, if there was a Binding of Isaac textbook, this is, this would maybe not be Exhibit 1, but it'd be in there. It'd be like, hey, this is how you have a pretty good cellar run. Too many C rooms. Cellar, chest, cathedral. Make up your freaking mind. Don't make it cathedral anymore. Make it church. Make it abbey. I'm scared here. See, RoboBaby 2.0 especially helping there because of the lack of knockback. I don't know if I've ever had RoboBaby 2.0 for the haunt fight. It seems awesome. I don't even need to do anything. Apparently it has a weird range associated with it, but we can just move it along with the haunt. Just moving my hands in like opposite order here, and it's pretty much accomplishing exactly what I would be accomplishing if I was fighting the haunt, so that is awesome. I've revised my opinion on RoboBaby 2.0. It's cool. It's really cool. Pentagram, great, not just for increased damage, although let's be honest, that's the principal reason I'm enjoying it. But also increased deal with the devil chance, I think. Kind of akin to, not quite a Book of Belial, but like if you killed a beggar on that floor, I think Pentagram gives you that much higher of a chance. Weird, did you notice that we did not get Pin killed until the very end there? Usually he dies before his health bar completely runs out. Contract from below is well worth picking up. I'm going to go back and buy a key, because we're already on an XL floor, so we're not ruining our chances of getting an arcade on the next floor. This was straight up textbook. If you're wondering why I picked up growth hormones, it's because I would really desire, need is a strong word, but I really desire a range upgrade with number 1. All things considered, this has gone fantastically. Our speed is a little out of control, I'll just admit that straight out. We have a small chance of being able to bomb our... I don't want to go to our curse room if it's going to cost me the spirit heart. We have a small chance of being able to use our donation machine as a bank in order to get enough money to get blue map, or we had, I guess I should say, because we're already gone. So that should show you how I feel about that decision. This is what I was hoping for, though. I can see forever means we don't need the blue map, and we'll actually save some bombs in the process, at least temporarily. Another XL floor is a pain in the ass. A first XL floor, you know, you give the game some leeway. You say, game, you know, you gotta do you for a while, okay? A little scared, a little scared, a little scared, a little scared. We're good. You know, you gotta give the game some leeway to give you a first curse. And as first curses go, you know, it's alright. We can now open this. But two... Look, we've used the D4 a lot recently. We haven't had Isaac that much recently. I don't need to make excuses here, but I'm going to make excuses for those of you who think I need to make excuses. I'm going to avoid the D4. We've had it a lot recently. I've been using it a lot recently. It's okay. We'll come back to the D4 at some point, but I'm very much looking forward to being able to use the D6 effectively. Bombs are key. Not what I was looking for. But we can now, I guess, safely throw another bomb down here. Luck up. Love it. Hematemesis. Not bad, actually. All of our pills have worked out relatively well so far, which I'm pretty stoked about. Luck upgrade is great considering we have contract from below, so the more chest drops we get, the more, the double of the chest drops we get. You know, every luck upgrade is worth almost twice as much, depending on your perspective on things. We'll go back and re-roll that D4 if we can, which, you know, the irony of that is not lost on me. And this run is shaping up really nicely. This is like my ideal kind of run right now. We got the D6 to guide our future items. Terrible damage there. We have Robo Baby 2.0, kind of a very strange but useful alternative damage dealer. Kind of a tricky dodge there. We have number 1, which I really like for the high rate of fire, and the range doesn't bother me as much as it may bother some other people. I don't know if I necessarily love doing this. And, I mean, I guess that's about it. We have low HP, which keeps me honest, you know? It keeps me on guard, like a swordfish in the Donkey Kong Country universe. I'll admit, it also has one of the things with the run that I, have a tendency to suffer from. And I won't say that I dislike it, but my runs tend to dislike it. You know, my results tend to dislike it. And that is, having two different modes of fire oftentimes distracts me a little bit and leads to... You know, I think my DPS is still going to be fine, but it leads to doing, or taking more damage personally myself. I'm going to try to avoid that. The pills have been so good so far. I got to try for it. I Can See Forever we'll use on the next floor. And Lemon Party, it's a good pill. Even though we can't use it, it's a good pill. I'll use one more here. I don't really care. I thought it was worth a shot. We're going to reroll the D4 again. Monstrous Tooth, bad item, in my opinion. Your mileage may vary with respect to Monstrous Tooth, but D6 is not going anywhere. If I wasn't getting rid of it for the D4, which is one of my favorite spacebar items in the game, I am not getting rid of it for Monstrous Tooth, which I've gone on record, you know, and said I think Monstrous Tooth is probably a little bit underrated if you rate it as a shitty item. You know, it might be like being able to use High Priestess every few rooms. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Is there? What, are you a cop or something? Am I being detained? But for real, all that being said, I still think it kind of sucks. I don't think it's maybe as bad. It's not one of the worst spacebar items in the game. Not my favorite, though. Anyway, normally I like to take care of one side of this room first. I know Robo Baby 2.0 is doing jack shit. You'll forgive me here. I hope. We still haven't taken Spirit Heart damage. Or sorry, we still haven't taken Red Heart damage on this floor, which I think is A, unlikely, and B, awesome. I'm very surprised and quite happy with the fact that we have not actually lost a big chunk of our deal with the devil chance, because the fact that we're going to get less shops and less deals with the devil is a big piss off, you know? It's one of the reasons I don't like getting too many XL floors. Them being, you know, longer and occasionally more difficult is another thing, but hey, there's our shop. Because we're pretty close to the 15-cent threshold. Let's check and see if we got money there. We don't. An early There's Options can be one of the most valuable pickups in the game. Sharp Plug can be great as well, no question about it. That's exactly as much money as we need. And we'll pick up There's Option. I took damage. Well, you know, in a way that's actually okay, because I was about to spend 3 cents on that Spirit Heart. Now we know we don't need to, unless I'm going to die, in which case we definitely should. But There's Options, it gives us some good ability to guide our run, much in the same way that the D6 does. More keys. I guess, honestly, we haven't found our item rooms yet, so we're going to go back and reroll Monstro's Tooth again. I'm kind of amazed that we haven't found any of our item rooms yet, but that's okay. You know, we're still doing fine. I think Celtic Cross is acceptable. Good might be a more difficult question to answer, but acceptable, yeah, sure, why not? Even if it only gives us, you know, 1 clutch invincibility, which I think is probably less than it normally does, well worth our investment here, especially considering it's going to save our rerolls for future prospects as well. Too bad there's no ladder readily available. Not only a very big floor, but we haven't found any of the special rooms except for the shop and the secret room yet, which is a little worrying. Because, you know, one bad room could throw this whole equilibrium I've got going on here out of whack. We've only been hit once on this entire run, which I'm relatively proud of right now, but, you know, that can go sour pretty quick. I actually like anti-gravity tears. Now, with number 1, they might not be the most effective thing in the world, but I do like anti-gravity tears, straight up. Like, full stop. The effect of them is, it's a little dubious. But I like that we have a high rate of fire, so we can fire out a huge volley of them. And I like that it gives us a tears upgrade, too. I like it enough. Alright, so this is a decent time for us to do our boss fights. Let's go. Peep. So again, we're just going to load up a bunch of shots, and then when he goes to jump, hopefully he'll, you know, give us enough notice to fire off a bunch. Our damage is good as well. Anti-grav plus shit damage, like, doubles the frustration, but anti-grav plus good damage is fantastic. I also think in a way it... Oh, that was shitty. I think in a way it helps avoid the perils of knockback, to have like 17 shots hitting at the same time. They tend to have kind of a normalizing effect, as opposed to just pushing them in one direction and causing future shots to miss. I don't think it really matters, so we'll take Dogbone. We definitely wanted an HP upgrade. Now, Robobaby 2.0, you know, might not be the greatest asset on this fight when I'm constantly holding the button down. Pretty close to a win here, though, which means decent deal with the devil chance. We didn't get one, but that's fine, and I don't think we need to reroll the coat hanger. We can be totally fine with the coat hanger here. Again, HP below where I'd want it at this point in the game, and the fact that we didn't get the opportunity to pick up another deal with the devil, a little unfortunate, but all things considered, we actually have like a very potent ability to deal damage here that I think is awesome. The other thing with anti-grav tears is that it really hard counters some enemies, and in particular some bosses. Like if there's enemies that charge at you or bosses that charge at you, if you just get like the perfect lineup with anti-grav tears, there's nothing they can do to stop you. You know, Carrion Queen is the exact opposite of this, unfortunately. I love this item. BBF, I think, adds a lot of character to a run. Yeah, like... Carrion Queen is the exact opposite of this. It's an enemy that charges into your shots and causes them to just harmlessly bounce off of her face, which is not what we're looking for, if we're being honest. I can't believe we didn't get one there. This guy is a little sneaky. His mobility is making him hard to hit, but anyway, that's okay. Hopefully we won't fight Carrion Queen. That's pretty much all there is to say about that. Spirit Heart here would be so nice. We're going to check the other two. That was a misplay on my part. Did get a Spirit Heart. Reason I think that's so nice is because now we don't need to buy one in our shop, and we can still access Deal with the Devil on the next floor, or at least have a better chance of getting a Deal with the Devil on the next floor. So, just roll in like a little bit of number 1 here. I like to throw in like a little bit of directionality on it, just so if the enemy moves, we have like a little bit of a wider area of coverage. Whipworm, and it would be worth getting if I could get it. Again. Any enemy that's going to tackle us is in for a problem here. I'm digging this run right now. A weird one. We don't need to use the D4 to get a weird one in this case. And that is going to do it. Going down to the next floor with a full set of rerolls. Relatively happy with the way this floor went down. We got an I Can See Forever pill we can pop on the next floor. And all we can really hope is that it's not an XL floor. Because if it is, we're going to ruin our chance at a blood bank yet again. And I'm not a fan of that. Not to mention, we're going to have a lower chance of a deal with the devil. And if we fight Greed, that's the last time we'll see a shop on this run. Come on. Not an XL floor. Depths 1. Beautiful. I Can See Forever popped right off the bat. Easy room. We do have to be cautious, because I can't afford to lose the Spirit Heart. It's pretty integral to our chances of success that we keep this one going, because a deal with the devil on this floor, I mean, there's a small chance it's the last deal with the devil we get on this whole run, if I don't get a lot of spirit hearts to protect me to begin with, so I would say this one's pretty important. He didn't do the animation there, so I actually feel like if I'd taken damage there, I would be mad, but I didn't, so I'm not. Again, oh, you know what? The zombies actually are totally taking damage from walking into these shots. Maybe carrying Queen would as well. I thought I'd tested that, and it unfortunately didn't work out the way that I intended. Very poor damage. I basically ran right into him. Wrath fight. Honestly, the thing I'm most concerned about here, never mind, is not gonna happen, was the way I was gonna finish that sentence. I was most concerned about BBF hitting him near me, thus causing me to take damage, which would have still been my own fault. Now this is, you know, this is Robobaby 2.0's time to shine. Come on back. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Just want to have him deal the damage. We got Ghost Baby for free. It's something. I'm coming around on Ghost Baby a little bit, I guess. And we're gonna blow up as many of these hosts as we can until we get a good card or something. Maybe even a teleport card. Boss Rush is on the table, as much as people might not like it. Really? This is a bit of a surprise to me. Nothing for 3 bombs. Disappointment. Alright, well, we know the zombies are going to be easy. All those shots wasted, unfortunately. Missing page, not really that excited about. I apologize for not really going too far off the rails with, like, commentary here or anything like that, but we're not in that position where I can feel super comfortable, you know? If we started dealing a lot of damage or suddenly got a ton of HP, that would be something. Capricorn is a huge help. That's going to up our damage. It's going to up everything, but in particular, our damage and HP are really going to benefit from that. One of the best item room items you can get, and I think, you know, widely considered the second best stat upgrade in the game in terms of, you know, the actual numbers in which it affects your stats after Magic Mush because of the damage multiplier. So, I'm gonna hang out over here. I'm gonna let Robobaby 2.0 do its thing. Kind of hard to aim it, but it does put us in a position where we're a lot less vulnerable, which I appreciate. No. Robobaby, you're right next to the freaking enemy. You shouldn't need to be on top of it. Let's just put it that way. You might need to. You shouldn't. You know what? I do want to access this. That was not the proper way to handle that, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm actually loving this run right now. 1 bomb, 2 keys. Give me, like, infamy. Bob's brain. 2 bombs. So we traded a bomb and a key for... Well, no. We traded a key for a bomb and lost another key. We traded 2 keys for 1 bomb. That's a terrible deal. It also is a terribly difficult math problem, apparently. Which reminds me, stay in school, kids. Didn't quite get the kill there. Robobaby's got to finish it off, though, yeah. I had faith. Alright, so for once, we may actually have enough money to get something from the shop, and with a little bit of, you know, a little bit of strategic play. I didn't even see that Tinted Rock, which should come as a surprise to no one. A little bit of strategic play, also get enough to get a blood bank on the next floor, which would be awesome for our HP concerns. Yeah, I would love to pick up... I mean, blank card's one thing. Mom's Key, a little bit more universally useful. There's another HP upgrade, which is awesome. Mom's Key is something I'm super happy to pick up, especially if we can manage to pick up like a Guppy's Tail or something, which would go very nicely with the fact that we just right now have a stupid amount of keys. As a result of Contract from Below, which by the way would give us more chests, which with Mom's Key would give us more keys in return. So like we have a real like positive feedback loop going here. I'm not sure why I was having such a hard time hitting those guys. In any case, if we're gonna get a deal with the devil on this floor, we've basically given ourselves the best opportunity that we possibly can. If we end up not getting a deal with the devil on this floor, I'm not sure what else really we could have done to swing it except for spawn a beggar and blow them up. We did get a deal with the devil. Let's see what we got in here first. Guppy's Collar for free. I would love to become Guppy, but I think this warrants a reroll. We got the Hairball, which honestly, if we're gonna take an item, I guess I'd rather have the Hairball. And I'm gonna take Pageant Boy. We got 2 nickels out of it. This is one of the rare situations we take Pageant Boy. I was like, if we get 8 cents, that gives me enough to buy Mom's Key and still spawn an arcade on the next floor. Instead, We got more than enough to buy Mom's Key, and, like, definitely still spawn an arcade on the next floor. And in fact, we can try something a little clever here. Reroll blank card. It becomes starter deck, which I think is an amazing item. And we'll blow this stuff up, and we'll get enough money, with a little bit of extra, to pick up starter deck as well, which will throw another card in for us. It's actually a rune, and it's a Berkano rune for some companionship. Isn't that sweet? Whether or not you agree with that decision, it turned out okay. And we leave this floor much stronger than we found it, and with great future prospects. Don't know if I'd, you know, line up to place a bet on us doing boss rush, but I think a win is definitely conceivable here. More keys. Again, Guppy's tail would have been the ultimate reroll for us there, considering we have Mom's Key. You know, we have a lot of consumables here. There's no reason not to try this. We should have tried it in the other direction. I make that mistake a lot. And we get Counterfeit Penny, which, more so than the Broken Ankh, I think is actually useful for us. Even if we end up fighting greed on this floor, which is possible, this gives us a chance at getting extra items from the shop, like having enough money to get extra items from the shop, and, you know, Isaac's all about chances. There we go, we're at 12 cents already. Good synergies between Mom's Key, if Mom's Key works on non-golden chests, which I think it does. Mom's Key, Counterfeit Penny, Contract from Below, much appreciated. Good stuff. This is a Robo Baby 2.0 room, but I'm going to choose to tackle it in an alternate fashion, just because Robo Baby 2.0 kind of cumbersome. That should do it. 2 more keys, getting a little ridiculous at this point. We have a real beggar, who I'll probably play. It's going to depend on whether or not we do have a blood bank on this floor. First damage I've taken in a little while. Feels bad, man. Don't spawn a bony. That's all I ask. It's easy. Didn't get a chance to. Which is even better. You know, I don't need to ask your permission if I can just will it into existence. Just take that as, you know, me being a nice dude. Takes us to 14 cents. Wonder if we can just dodge and put Robo Baby back there. This enemy should not have that much HP. Easy. This is our mom fight. So, you know, although this theoretically gives us a chance of getting to our, yeah, it was worth it. Theoretically gives us a chance of getting to boss rush. I'm not going to touch it. Instead, we're going to move along. Should be blowing up some skulls when we get the opportunity as well. Yeah, we'll talk about that guy momentarily, maybe. I got myself in too deep. That's okay. You know, Sum 41 Canadian band, they wrote a whole song about that. It's a common Canadian problem, getting in too deep. And if you need to know more, maybe you could consider asking your father? And I don't know if that made that joke any better or any worse, for that matter. The golden keys are kind of overkill at this point, but hey, who am I to... Oh, fucking golden key, I don't want it. Whoa, you gave me more than I needed, what an asshole. By the way, it's fucked up that I just co-opted an Italian accent in order to, you know, make myself an asshole. I don't know. Isn't that just like... It's not even an Italian accent, I guess. It's more like a Brooklyn accent, but, you know, I'm not gonna get into that kind of stuff. That's not the kind of guy I am. This ain't the kind of show this is. Definitely we want Humbling Bundle. We might want to donate more, but I guess we'll just save it and give it to our beggar instead. Yeah, we definitely want Holy Mantle. Look, if you're saying, goddamn, Northern Lion gets Holy Mantle a lot, we're in the same boat, man. This item has been showing up like crazy. I guess I'm happy about it, but it has been showing up like crazy. That's our secret room, which means we can't bomb our way into our... Ooh. Emperor card's great, but it's slow. It's actually the exact opposite. We don't really want a lover's card. Fuck it. We got Bob's brain. Let's go like full explosion man on this one. We can't get our way into that boss trap room. So we'll bomb this shit and we'll play this guy. I was thinking about re-rolling it, but I'm like, you know what? We probably have a good deal with the Devil Chance anyway. We might be able to re-roll what this guy puts out. I mean, we don't have to re-roll the negative or the Polaroid, so... We could if we want to. We proved we don't need those items. We'll just end the game on the Cathedral. Yeah, these are all going to be cards. So Mom's Coin Purse works nicely here. Stars. High Priestess. And we'll get rid of the lovers with Justice. No, we'll just use Justice. Strength. Strength is okay. What's the other one? Emperor? I think Emperor or High Priestess is the combo we want to roll with. And if we find more in the future, then we find more in the future. That's great. For now, our boss fight. Oh, yeah. Right. Bob's brain. Luckily, we didn't take damage in the process, but still. I was like, I have anti-grav tears. Why am I taking damage? Come to think of it, that's a sentiment that borderline makes no sense. Alright, get rid of Bob's brain. Thank you. Now stay away from BBF. Perfect. We did get a deal with the devil. We'll take the Polaroid just for fun's sake. And inside of here we have Krampus, which is actually awesome. If it's not Lump of Coal, I'll re-roll it and hope for, like, Guppy's tail. Yeah. Guppy's head, that's also good. Not quite as good, but it does make it so that the Guppy dream is pretty much plausible. It's pretty much plausible. I wouldn't say guaranteed. Wouldn't nearly go that far. But certainly in the cards for us. And I can't stress enough, Humbling Bundle, Mom's Key, Contract from Below is just like a stupid level of wealth acquisition. Like, in terms of utility items, we got them all, man. And even though we have a lot of items that could possibly, you know, hurt ourselves with, we also have Holy Mantle, so we're insulated from that kind of protection, or from that kind of damage, which is, you know, not normal. I'm very happy to have it. Should finish the job. Come on. Oh, well, okay. Chase me down, motherfucker. You big mistake. With the knockback, kind of annoying, but still. Oh, could be big. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, we got a Spirit Heart. I can't feel that bad about it if we get a Spirit Heart out of it at the very least. You know, it's worth my time if we get a Spirit Heart out of it at the very... It's no Guppy item. That's okay. Just fill the screen with bullets. Yeah, this is, I'll call it. This is a one run. This one goes out to all the people who think number one's a bad item. Of course, we got lucky to deal with the problems of number one pretty quickly relative to, you know, some runs. It can go worse. But, yeah. It's a song for the haters. I always wanted to do a song for the haters. Mostly, I'm just a pretty nice guy, though. So, like, my song for the haters, for the most part, goes, yo, I'm sorry you didn't enjoy the feedback, but that's no need to be rude, but I respect your opinion. Thank you. It doesn't rhyme. It's not a very good song by almost any conventional metric, but I have a soft spot for it. These guys always seem to make it out. Even though I would never expect it. So we don't want to be trapped down there with Bob's brain. There we go. We snuck it out. Come on in, baby. Water's fine. I just wasted like 1,000 shots there. And then he pushed him out of the way of the bullet rain. Thanks a lot, asshole. I'm talking about BBF, or BFF there. BBF is, of course, above reproach. It's above the fucking law. Is that a tinted rock? It's hard to tell. It's wedged up so tightly against the... I'm still thinking it might be. Let's try it. Oh! Free ringworm. Wow. Not gonna take it. We took ringworm recently. I paid my tax on that item. Yeah, I mean, that vindicates me for taking counterfeit penny if we end up playing this beggar. I'm looking, like, the reason I'm going to all these dead ends, well, first off, it's because I haven't found the boss. But secondly, even if I found the boss, I'd keep going, because I want to go to a curse room. We can go to it for free, and our Guppy chance is probably highest there. Oh, no. We got hit. Oh, no, it's the cops. Oh, I got hit. I got hit. I didn't take any extra damage, but I got hit once. Okay, so let's... We still, you know, we're not balling out of control HP style here, so let's cool it on the whole taking damage thing. Definitely will take Ace of Spades. Much more valuable to me in my current state than Counterfeit Penny. And maybe synergizes beautifully with the starter deck. And I think it's fairly apparent that we're going to come out of this one. I did not mean to come here. First off, man, if I had a nickel for every time I said that. But secondly, I was just walking backwards and I ended up, you know, a bit of a sloppy play there. I want to go to the boss room just on the off chance. It is Utero 1, not XL. So just on the off chance that we end up getting a deal with the devil. Now, we've had 2 recently, so I'm a little skeptical, but it could happen. Don't really like that. I'm already happy with our trinket. I'm content with my current cable service. Please, no solicitation. Fuck Conquest, man. Don't be mad that I used, the that I used High Priestess to deal with that. I was just thinking, Super Bandage is good, but I think we might actually be better off with the Screw. I know that sounds ridiculous. I was hoping to get like Torn Photo or something like that. I don't know if Torn Photo is better or worse than the Screw, but they do have the same description. So there's something to be said there. We could still find a curse room. It's unlikely, but it could be over here. It's getting a little more likely, I'd say, as time goes on. Eventually, those shots will, propagate out there. Suicide King, how interesting. We'll take one of those and make sure that we have our Emperor card as our main one so that we don't fuck it up. But it is possible to use that Suicide King card effectively. Rules card. Chubb dislikes smoke. Not sure if you guys knew that. It's pretty exciting news. Chubb dislikes smoke, by the way. Now, there's some kind of beggar over here. I've heard that he can't be a chooser. Let's try to walk over this. Good. Now we can leave risk-free. What do you got for me? There's another battery back here that we can get pretty easily, so if you give me a shit item... Is that a shit item? That's not a shit item, but at the same time, I feel like I would love more utility items than more HP. Yeah, you know, I mean... I don't know if this was necessarily better or worse, but it will give us the chance to slow enemies, and the creep is what it is. I don't mind it, at least. Would have preferred the compass or something like that, but it's okay. I went to the big room first because fuck convention, I guess. Now, what I would really love to get on the chest... This is just a good old-fashioned Isaac run right here, worrying about what we're going to get on the chest when we're still on the womb. What I would really like to see on the chest is piercing shots. Mostly because it would remove the knockback that is proving, contrary to what I said earlier, it's proving slightly annoying. At the very least, to be able to run enemies through, as opposed to, you know, just hitting them, knocking them out of the way, it would be advantageous. We'd be able to do more damage, we'd be able to hit more enemies, we'd take enemies out faster, our shots would be more efficient. It's just a good practice. It's a better practice than the one in Nip Tuck. I took, like, straight up real damage on this room. I don't like that. My own fault for coming here, though. Big chests. The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the pushing. That's what I said. The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand, or so I have read. That's Spinal Tap. You should see Spinal Tap if you haven't seen it already. I'll credit it, but you should have known it in advance. My baby fits me like a flesh tuxedo. I wanna sink her with my pink torpedo. Where you at here? I took a gamble at running through the city center there, so appreciate if you could at least show the F up. Didn't take any damage on this room. We'll go back for that stuff. I just accidentally pushed myself through this way. And the bombs might come in handy. Like, if we get sad bombs, which I would love because we have BBF, then I'll be very thankful. Stay away. Thank you. I didn't want that guy to explode there. Just a little too risky for me. Explode? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Emperor Hanged Men. There is no use for the Hanged Man until we find consumables. Oh, that was dumb. That was real dumb. We still, you know, made out on this room, but I should have just walked out, walked back in. Quick plays are lazy plays. Let's remember that. I'm even going to look for a second opportunity at a secret room there. We got our bombs back anyway. Look, we're not going to run out of bombs. It's one thing to get mad at someone for inefficient usage of consumables. It's another thing to, you know, realize when inefficiency doesn't matter. That's what I was looking for. That's, you know, honestly, the Yera rune is one of the biggest reasons that I pick up the starter deck, honestly. We're going to get rid of Suicide King for Emperor. There we go. The Yera rune is the biggest reason why I go for Suicide King. Or not Suicide King, but the biggest reason I go for starter deck. Has this been like an exceptionally long run, or am I crazy right now? Like, we're only on the womb. And we've had good damage for most of it. What's our timing at? 30? It's not that slow. I don't know. Maybe an average run, but we've had quick runs lately. I guess I've died a lot more lately. So there is that. Taking a lot of, like, one-hits on these rooms, so I'm not feeling like a champ exactly right now. Feeling more like a hero. No tinted rocks that I can see. Might get absurdly lucky and be able to bomb our way into that boss trap room, which I would love to do because it could contain... I think we're fine with our trinkets. It could contain a Guppy item. It could still contain a Guppy item. Careful, careful. No! He ran right in front of me. What am I supposed to do? That bomb was not placed properly. That was anti-grav at work. Being a disruption, as usual. Alright. We don't want mysterious paper. We're done with this floor. Fuck the other dead ends. If Guppy don't happen, then Guppy don't happen. I'm alright with it. Good stuff. Probably the worst damage I've ever taken. Was not paying close enough attention. Alright, so we're going to load up like a lot of shots here. And we're just going to let them all go as they go. We're basically firing now because I've never let go of the button. So we've got a consistent like max rate of fire. Suck on this shit, mom's heart. Oh, that is some D and some P. And then at the end you put an S. That is some DPS. Now we're going to Emperor card. Fight Isaac. Should be relatively easy. Then we move on and we Yera Rune. We must have Curse of the Maze. What? What the heck was that transition? That was the weirdest shit ever. I don't know why I did it in the first place, but that was wild, man. I did not mean to reroll that. That was a very dumb decision on my behalf. And Piggy Bank was not worth it, and the HP would have been fine. Yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit longer to get our rerolls on the chest, but we can still get the useful items right off the bat. That was the weirdest room transition in Isaac I've ever seen. Well, it just took it from a 10 out of 10 game to a fucking probably a 6 if you ask me. It's not very good. We're just going to stand way the heck back here. And we're going to get our shots lined up in advance here because we don't know where he's going to be. So we want to have a nice little bit of damage, like a spectrum that's basically just ready to go. I took a hit here that I should not have taken. Okay, we're fine here, so we're going to line up with like a little bit of damage across the top. He's not going to be across the top. That's okay. BBF, your time to shine. You almost had it, man. Could have had it all. Wow, that's the perfect place for him to be to not get hit by any of those shots, which is bullshit. And there we go. Very easy. Down to the next floor. Yera Room popping off the top of the dome piece. And then we'll pick up what we need and move on from there. Take what you need and leave the rest. Reroll the shit out of it later. Holy Water. Game Kid. Nod Leaf. Monstro's Lung. Yeah, sure, that'll be weird. Leech. Remote Detonator. Turdy Touch. D10. Wow, I'll tell you what, we'll take Monstro's Lung. We can tap shoot it. Oh, that's so satisfying. And we'll take Leech. I'm gonna leave the rest. The only one that I expect people to have, like, an issue with there... Oh, my God, this is terrible synergy. Our damage sucks now. The only one that I expect people to really have an issue with there is, Nod Leaf, which a lot of the community is a hard-on for. Look, that's not meant to be an insult. I have a hard-on for a lot of items I should not have a hard-on for. Number one, you know, maybe being one of them. I don't like Nod Leaf at all. I don't like the playstyle associated with Nod Leaf. I don't have an ethical or a moral problem with it. I just think it's kind of boring. And that's on me. That's a me issue. But that is hopefully an adequate explanation as to why I'm not using it. I'm coming around a little bit on Monstro's Lung here. I don't think our damage is actually that bad. I think our DPS is probably better. Like, we're outputting more shots. And those shots might do less damage, although I'm honestly not sure. We're basically able to tap shoot it. We just got like the slightest delay on each shot. We can't technically tap shoot, but we can be pretty close. I think it's just the fact that we're fighting a lot of enemies that is making this like substantially more tedious. But it's also making it a lot less likely that I get hit by my own bullshit. So that's a good start. Bob's Brain, yeah, it's got to be coming back. I almost like just eliminating it to get rid of it. And we just got 2 spiders left. Oh, that was real bad. At this point, really just want to get rid of D6. Or not get rid of D6, use the D6. Thank you, Bob's Brain. That was a very weird shot. It just happened to pan out appropriately. We have a lot of bombs. Might want to consider using those effectively here. He was jumping anyway, so the miss doesn't matter quite as much. Oh, that was bullshit. We had that shot cold. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. That's alright. We lost Holy Mantle. If you get a Holy Mantle and Holy Water, it should make like a Holy Sandwich. Yeah, I put water on my sandwiches. You got a problem? This is like my ideal room here. Slow them the fuck down, then knock them the F out. Oh. Yes. We'll take the quarter just because the odds of us ever needing that room as a reroll target are very, very low. You know, we already have a room that has literally 6 reroll pedestals. We gotta get, you know, 5 or 6 items before that becomes a viable target. So, I'll take the quarter. Who knows? What good is the quarter? There's a small chance we get money equals power, in which case it's a damage upgrade for us. I mean, I'll just be honest, that's it. Mom's Contact is great. I have to imagine that at this point, Parasite and Tiny Planet would just be ridiculous. So we're going to take everything here. Let's see how Tiny Planet works. That seems awful. I'm excited. Alright, so we got all that stuff. Then we're going to Forget Me Now, and we're just going to do the chest over again, hopefully with no curse, but we get an extra 4 items out of it anyway. Book of Sin, Mom's Wig is good, Dead Bird, and Mini Mush. The range up might be helpful. I think number 1, Tiny Planet, is what's causing this issue, by the way. But whatever. It'll be fun. If we lose, we lose. I'm pretty sure if we hit enemies with it, it'll do a ton of damage. So we gotta stand, like, to the side of them. Yeah, okay. Like, we want to be, like, here. And they want to get hit by, like, our wake turbulence or something. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Bob's brain won't fire when I'm in chariot state. Oh, we got hit. That was dumb. We need... Oh, no. We need to land Bob's brain. It's all of a sudden very important for us. No, get out of there. Get out. Finished it off. Look, could be better. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The situation's pretty messed up. I fucked with it specifically for a joke. But I still think if the stars align, we get out of this one just fine. We got a lot of like things that surround us and deal damage. I appreciate that quite a lot. More than I ever have. Bob's brain missed. That's okay. Shit happens. We really need a higher range. Give me some higher range. Boop. Book of Sin with a Spirit Heart. I appreciate that. I don't know how we hit enemies, honestly. Maybe we actually do just get in front of them and, like, treat it like a shotgun blast. Pretty lucky to get double Spirit Heart pickups there. I gotta take, like, a closer opportunity to look at the actual spray pattern. There we go. That's the good stuff right there. We want them to be, like, just on the corner of us. It's very difficult to line this up appropriately. That'll do it. Let's see if we can land a Bob's brain shot before things get too serious here. We want them to be on the... We want to be on the corner with us facing in front of them, or yeah, we want to be on the corner with us facing behind them. Okay. Tricky. I'm loving the danger fly. Much appreciated. Can't believe you're not dead. That's bad play. Our shots, I think, still do a decent amount of damage. By the way, fighting Blue Baby like this is going to be a nightmare. And, you know, by the way, ×2, it would have been awesome to have Nod Leaf with all this shit. We would have just, like, gone and gotten a drink after we got hit, and Revenge Fly would have taken care of the rest. Or Robo Baby 2.0, for that matter. So this was the wrong run to poo-poo that item. And that's on me. Bob's brain, please. Thank you. But at the same time, it's a ridiculous turn of events, and that's what I like about it the most. This is a dead end. We have Lord of the Flies, I just noticed. So we don't have to worry about creep, at least. Which makes it pretty much the only thing we don't have to worry about. Everything else is, yeah, it's not fucked up beyond repair, but It's not looking so hot. An Algiz rune would be like an enormous pickup right here. I'm pretty sure that our, like, miscellaneous junk is doing more damage than we are, which is amazing. Like, our spiders are tearing it up. Maybe. We should probably try to kill Famine first. We don't have too much control over it. Because, again, it's, you know, our miscellaneous junk doing the heavy lifting here. It's Bob's brain. Thank you. The shots, like, don't even land. Where's all my treasure chests that I deserve? Because I'm a special snowflake. Nice. Oh, yeah. I had a feeling we'd take damage. Kind of surprised we took that much, but whatever. Leech, please do something. Wow. Lucky hit from me there. I really need you in this fight, Leech. Get some HP steal for me. Never mind. It's not necessary anymore. It's the thought that counts, though. Okay. Hit the foot. Nice. We got hit. That's okay. Holy Mantle. Without a Holy Mantle, we would already be probably 100 times dead. Here comes the upcoming moment of truth. I'm excited just to see what's going to happen here. It's such an absurd situation to be in. I can't help but laugh a little bit. Let's make it happen. Alright, first step. Definitely Bob's brain. Honestly, I think we just let Robo Baby 2.0 and Leech go buck wild. Occasionally, BBF will hit in the middle. We get those flies. Those are helpful. I'm just going to focus on dodging. And occasionally throwing in a Bob's brain shot. As long as Robo Baby's in the right position, as long as Leech is doing what it does, that's okay. And then when we get hit, Revenge Fly will fly in and do a lot of good stuff. So basically, I'm doing exactly what I would have done if I had Gnawed Leaf. So there was really no reason not to take it. Just to, you know, yet another indicator that, you know, there's situations where items that you would normally consider not that viable are viable. Or fun, even. Because Gnawed Leaf is pretty much always, you know, viable in a literal sense. But for now, we are going to snag a win out of this, which is looking ridiculous, but the job is being done. We just finally lost Holy Mantle, which is actually awesome. Next time we get hit, Revenge Fly, so there's just no risk of us losing here. Or at least such a limited risk that it doesn't bear mentioning. There we go, it's over. This is very silly, this run, but it is done. And I'm surprised and I'm happy. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time. If you enjoyed the run, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.